this whole like self-distancing, not being able to go to the studio. It's bringing me kind of like back to basics, mixing with headphones. So I've been like trying to like research, new plugins or new ideas on how to do this. I came across a couple of things that are like really cool, and I want to show you guys. They're simple to use, and the other great thing is that you're going to get really good results with this. All right, so let me jump here to my computer screen. This is the track that I've been working on that I need to like mix down and finish to send it off. So the first plugin that I'm adding here, just so like I'm actually able to hear how everything is going to like translate, it's going to be by SonarWorks Reference 4. So the cool thing about this plugin is that it calibrates your headphones so they sound flat, because every manufacturer has their own way of EQing headphones that gives them like their own sound. With this one, you're able to like make them flat, which is kind of like what you want when you want to mix. This one, I have the Sennheiser's HD 380 and they have it here, so I just plug it in. So this is the target. So this would be before the correction. So this is kind of like how the EQ for this headphone looks. So there's like a little bump right here, in the high end, mid-high end. The correction is what's going to bring it down, and so now everything is flat, so it's going to sound a little bit better, a little bit different. So let's have a listen to this. So a little bit more flat, everything sounds a little bit more tamed as well. Let me turn it off so we can A/B it, right? So a little bit higher end frequencies. I think that's because of this curve right here. Okay, now let's turn it on. Yes, like way more calm, tame. So that's pretty interesting. So I've been using this to mix, and it's been really, really great. The other plugin that I like having with me, it's by Mastering the Mix, and it's called Levels. This one, it's also going to give you a visual representation. So we're going to put it before the SonarWorks, so we're able to see what's going on with the sounds that are coming through first before we actually like duck them down, because if not, it's not going to be transparent. So here in headroom, I'm going above the peak that I have set up. Right. I'm going to save, and then let's hear it again. It also gives you like a stereo feel for the track, which is really cool. Dynamic range, bass. So it's going above dB, above where you want it to be when you're mixing. So I need to go back and like fix all of those levels in this mix. Really interesting. TC Electronics has one. It's actually a hardware like monitor that you can like plug into the output of your sound card, and it has like kind of like the same idea but in a separate like screen, so you don't lose any real estate in your DAW. The other one that I do like, and I actually like use this one at the end of the chain, gives me more of like an idea on like what to expect as if I had like monitors, is this one by Waves, the NX. I actually do have this tracker right here, as you can see. Let me show you guys. So I have this tracker, like right here is Bluetooth. So whenever I move my head, it's going to move with it. It's pretty interesting. You don't have to buy this. You can actually use the camera. But if you're moving around as I am, like I might have something here that I want to like test out or like whatnot, it doesn't track your face as well. So let's go back to the project. Over here in the plugin, in the DAW, you're actually able to like set where the sweet spot is, where your computer is. Look straight ahead to the computer, and now you're at the middle of it. So every time that you move around, it's as if you had like the monitors like placed like right in front of you. You can actually like move them around, to like 90 degrees, depending on how you have them in your studio. If you don't have a studio, just like kind of like go into checking the guide on like the triangle that you have to have when you're mixing. And then you can actually add a little bit of like room ambience to it. So like right now I'm going to play this. It's going to sound really interesting. So if I move my head, it's kind of creepy. So I feel like this plugin is perfect for your like final mix down. You probably don't want to use this at all times because it gets a little bit weird. You know, like let's say that I want to work with my synths, right here. So like right now, my left side is completely quiet, as you guys probably can hear there. So it's pretty cool, but it's kind of weird at the same time. So the last plugin that I'm going to show you guys, it's actually called Reference, also by Mastering the Mix. And this one, the cool thing is that you can actually drop a file. So I'm going to drop this file right here. So it's going to analyze it, right? So that's the original. So it's like referencing like where your track is lacking information. So let me turn Sonarworks off to see the difference. So yeah, those are the areas that your track is missing some elements on your mix down to have visual representation, but you also like you're able to like trust your ears. Like the pros and cons list, mixing with headphones and all this other stuff. It's big, but if you want to like simplify it, it's like, you know, you're gonna get more ear fatigue. It's for sure cheaper to mix with headphones. If you're first starting, there's 4 plugins that you can actually get to avoid buying set of monitors. If you don't have a room that's big enough, you can also use the plugins with the headphones to mix tracks and make them sound as good as possible. And then, you know, you can go reference them in your car. You can reference them, you know, in somebody else's system that has a proper system. So for me, the solutions with this method of mixing is, you know, I'm at home. I have a small space that I'm able to use at nights when, you know, my son Lucas is sleeping. And I wanted to maximize the amount of time that I could mix a track, get it going, test it out in my car or something like that, and just get that done, you know. Like, so if you enjoyed this video, here are some other links to some other videos that I've created. And don't let anybody tell you that you cannot mix in headphones, because as you can see, there's different ways of doing this. So yeah, guys, see you next time.